50 years ago in Scotland, one man had a brilliant idea. An idea that today pits science detectives in Europe and America against each other in a $10 billion race to solve the riddle of what you, me, and everything around us is really made of. It's a journey into the heart of matter, plunging into the core of our physical being and of the physical world itself. But will this journey into the subatomic universe revolutionize our understanding of nature? Or will it reveal just how little we really know about who we are and what we're made of? The Higgs gives mass to the basic seeds of matter, such as the electron in atoms and the quarks inside protons. Because the mass of the electron helps determine the size of the atom, the Higgs gives structure and form to everything we know. If you turned it off, you, me, your dog, and the planet would fly apart at the speed of light. So how do you find an invisible, seemingly undetectable force of nature? All the forces have related particles that we can see, given enough energy. With the right tool, we can create those force particles. Although, as it turns out, it's taken nearly 50 years to develop a tool that may spot the Higgs. This is Cern's Large Hadron Collider. At full power, it can channel 7 trillion electron volts, making it by far the highest energy particle accelerator ever made. The higher energy levels of the LHC produce bigger collisions that spurt out more massive particles. This raises the odds that out of the millions of collisions produced each second, the LHC will find things humans have never seen before. Things like the Higgs. But the LHC will do much more than find a tiny particle, because what they've really built at Cern is a Big Bang machine. While trying to solve the mystery of matter, physicists realize that they're on the trail of a much bigger mystery, perhaps the ultimate mystery. What happened in the first moments of creation? Right now, thousands of science detectives hunt the Higgs boson, the elusive particle that gives everything mass, the thing that may keep matter glued together. The mystery they are trying to solve is much, much bigger than anyone first imagined. To solve it, they have to go back to the beginning and recreate the first moments of the universe.
In the first moments, just after the Big Bang happened, it was incredibly hot. Billions of degrees. And heat is energy, and that energy congealed into forms of matter, many of which we have already discovered, many of which we only believe exist because of our equations. Most of these things only lived for a trillionth of a second themselves. They were made, they died away, and left children, grandchildren, and so forth. This cascading down from these ephemeral particles into the stable stuff took place very quickly. The stable stuff then ends up congealing to make the stuff that you and I and everybody is made of today. So what we're doing is recreating in the lab the first moments of the universe, and then by surrounding the site of the collisions with these special cameras, detectors, we can record what happened. And so we are simulating just after the Big Bang, making mini-bangs, if you like, in the lab. And from what we find there, we begin to get a sense of how matter, the stuff that we ultimately, 15 billion years later, are made of, first came to be.
The heart of Cern is the Large Hadron Collider, a $10 billion, 17-mile-long particle accelerator. It is quite possibly the most sophisticated scientific instrument ever built. The LHC creates the primordial explosions. Then, 4 enormous detectors along the accelerator ring take pictures of the collisions. The 2 largest detectors are called Atlas and CMS. So, what are we really made of? Dig deep inside the atom and you'll find tiny particles held together by invisible forces in a sea of empty space. Dig even further, and we discover that everything is made up of tiny packets of energy born in cosmic furnaces. It's energy that cools down, gets dragged through a mysterious force named the Higgs, and clumps together, forming all the things we call matter.